Good morning and welcome to Hashtag Rise and Grind. I am your host, Glenn Lundy. I am a husband to one, a father to six, and the general manager of Dan Cummins Chevrolet Buick in Paris, Kentucky, the second largest used car franchise dealer in the United States of America. It is 5:30 a.m. and I hope that you are ready to rise and grind.
Hey, good morning. What's up, guys? Welcome. It is, holy smokes, my headphones just got weird. We're going to take them off. We're just going to take off the headphones today. How about that? Yes, that sounds weird. That sounds different, but that's what we're going to do today. Hey, check it out. It is February 28th. February 28th. What day of the week is it? I believe it's Wednesday, February 28th. Okay, too weird. I got to put the headphones back on. It is Wednesday, February 28th. You guys, we are going to talk about some awesome stuff today. We're going to talk about what a moonshot is. We're going to talk about a guy named Naveen Jain, who is a billionaire that I got to spend some time with last week. We're going to talk about some takeaways that I got from Mr. Naveen Jain that you're going to be able to apply in your life today, right here, right now, that's going to be stinking awesome. But before we get into that, I have got to say good morning to all my peoples. What's up, peoples? Good morning, Shane Blankenship. Good morning, Robbie Toomey and Carrie Osborne. Carrie Osborne was sporting her rise and grind gear yesterday, looking good. Good morning, Jeffrey Lee Parton. Good morning, Nick Hadley, my man. Aaron Jones. What's up? What's up? Jeff Mullins, Eric Mitchell, Gloria, Tom Sizemore, Gary Pollard. Everybody's in here this morning, including my main man, one of the classiest dudes, a guy that I absolutely love, Mr. Scott Simons. Good morning. Scott Simons, got to spend some time with him this week also while we were out there in Vegas for the Growth Con. And what an incredible dude, man. What an incredible dude. Seriously, awesome. Also, good morning, Miss Beth Workman. Good to see ya. Look at everybody up in here. I love it. I love all the comments already this morning. So check it out. Okay. We're gonna kind of dive into this, but before we do, I want to talk real quick about the post yesterday. I made a post yesterday. If you haven't commented on it yet, just go back and find it. You should be fine. It should be close to the top. But I made a post yesterday and just simply asked the question: has this group helped you in any way? And if so, how? Can you share it in a comment? Can you share it in a send it to me in a comment, send it to me in a private message, whatever. And I was floored by a lot of the responses. I want to read just a couple if I can find them real quick. I was absolutely floored, dude. You guys, I mean, it's just incredible. Some of the things I read. So a guy named Rodney, he says, I know Blake Barons and I have had conversations about how positive and upbuilding this group is. You're inundated with negative things all day on Facebook, work, and life. And this group has helped me stay focused. Thanks for creating it and being an inspiration to so many. How awesome is that, man? How awesome is that? Another guy, Mark Littleton, says, yes, it has definitely helped me. I love the positivity that shows up in my feed throughout the day now. I'll see a post and I'll think to myself, that has to be in the Rise and Grind group. And it usually is. Glenn's 530 podcast has helped me tremendously as well. About the last 6 months or so, I've been struggling with whether I'm doing what I should be doing with my life. Based on some suggestions that Glenn and others made, I started getting up early at 5 a.m., spending time in prayer and the Word. And that's powerful. Making a goals and a gratitude list, going to the gym, etc., and of course, listening to the podcast. My wife and others have noticed a difference in my attitude lately. I've been able to get back in touch with the reasons I started doing what I do, and I know, in spite of the frustrations and discouragements, that this is why God put me on this planet. Would that have happened without Glenn and Rise and Grind? Maybe God would have used some other means, but I'm certain he used Glenn Lundy, Sean Hayes, and the Rise and Grind. Dude, that is some powerful stuff. Whoever thought that just getting together at 5:30 in the morning could have such an impact on people's lives? And I'm telling you, all of your contributions, this isn't just me. I'm just here to lead the charge, man. I'm just here to be here at 5:30 a.m. so you've got something to look forward to. One guy put in his comments, he was cracking me up. One guy put in his comments, he said every night is like Christmas and he can't squeeze his eyeballs shut because he's so excited for the rise and grind the next morning. And that's why I'm here. I'm just here to have some energy for you in the morning. I'm here to give you something to look forward to the next day because I believe that people need to have something to look forward to. So I'm here for that. But you guys, it's what you guys are doing with all of your comments and all of your shares and all of your posts and stuff. I mean, there was another person who commented that they've been printing off their favorite quotes and putting them, hanging them in their office so they can look at them every single day. So thank you guys so much for contributing to this amazing group. Thank you for being a part of this movement. Continue to add people, man. It is making a difference in people's lives. You are making a difference in people's lives by being a part of the Rise and Grind, and I can't thank you enough. So, with that said, what did we learn from Naveen? What did we learn from Naveen? Let me show you this guy real quick, okay? All right, this is Naveen. Okay, now Naveen, he's the executive chairman of a company called Moon Express. Okay, Moon Express. And what this company is currently doing, this company is building machine-operated spacecraft that are to mine minerals off the moon. Okay? He wants to mine minerals. He wants to get gold and whatever other minerals. There's some minerals that are on the moon. I don't know. I haven't been to the moon yet, so I'm not quite sure what's there. They tell me. I've seen some pictures. Doesn't look like much to me, but apparently there's a bunch of minerals up there that are very, very, very valuable. So this guy is building machine-operated spacecraft to mine minerals, and from what he says, it should be landing. It'll be the first time ever that a private company is going to land on the moon. He says he's going to land on the moon by the end of the year. Okay? Now, what this guy, I mean, he's had, at one point in his company, he was worth $37 billion. I mean, this guy's a visionary. He's just got these huge ideas. And the craziest part is he said after he lands on the moon and he mines the minerals from the moon, which somebody asked him, like, dude, what are you going to do with moon rocks? Like, why is this so important? And he's like, hey, man, you know, a long time ago, somebody started a campaign and they said that diamonds were precious and that if you loved women, if you loved your wife, you would give them a diamond. And now, you know, diamonds are the rare stone. He's like, I'm going to change that to where, you know, if you care about your woman, you give them a diamond. But if you truly love your woman, you give them the moon. And I mean, this guy's legit serious. He's trying to put moon rocks on people's fingers as a testament to their love and a very rare gem. So the guy was just perplexing. I mean, it was just to see his mind work at this incredibly high level. And he planned on, when he was done, he said once he's done landing on the moon, okay, once he's done landing on the moon and he's done mining all the rocks from the moon, then his next plan is he's going to actually attack disease. He has a plan on attacking disease. He believes he can eradicate disease on the planet, getting rid of it by going through the gut, by understanding that the gut is actually what controls the mind. That's how you feed it, and it's a long theory, and I'm not getting into it because that's not my wheelhouse whatsoever, but he plans on attacking disease, and then after he attacks disease, he plans on attacking education. And he has a plan for how to attack education. Now, here's why I'm telling you this. I'm not telling you this because I believe 100% or don't believe 100% he's going to be able to accomplish all these things. I'm telling you all this because this guy dreams so stinking big. This guy, he dreams so big, and yet he had the ability to take these complex ideas and just break them down really, really small and make them seem really, really, really simple. So I learned a couple things from Naveen, and I'm going to share them with you today. Okay, the very first thing that I learned from Naveen, if you're taking notes, very first thing is to go where the ball will be. Okay, one thing that Naveen talked about is some of the greatest athletes on the planet. What made them great is their ability to know where the ball was going to be. Right? You've got wide receivers that can make a move, or they can make a cut, or they can speed up or slow down, and they're able to go exactly in their route where the ball is going to be, not where it's already been, but where it's headed. And then you've got athletes like in basketball that just seem to have this uncanny knack to where they're always getting rebounds or they're always able to make plays. They're always able to get open. That's because they know where the ball is going to be. They're thinking about where it's going to be, not where it is right now. And see, that's what Naveen's doing. Naveen is thinking ahead. He's thinking, well, if I get some moon rocks, and that could be, at one point somebody did it with diamonds, I can do it with moon rocks. So I want to be the guy that once somebody does land on the moon and they do decide they're going to sell moon rocks and put them in women's rings on their fingers, I want to be the guy that owns all the moon rocks. It's this attitude of knowing where something is going to be or assuming the risk. And it's risky, okay? It's risky. When you try to be where the ball is going to be, you're trying to stay ahead of the curve. It's definitely risky, but it has massive rewards. So in our business or whatever business, you're in, for me, I'm going to use the car business as an example at Dan Cummins Chevrolet. One thing that we have to do with our customers is we have to understand where we're headed. When we're in this one-on-one interaction with the customer, what's the end game and how are we going to get there? We have to be prepared for that. We have to train. We have to know what direction things are going to go. You need to be training in your business. You need to understand that customers are going to have these objections or they're going to go down a certain path, and you need to know where we're going to end up and how you can be there before they get there so you can catch the ball. So go where the ball will be. Don't be focused on where things are right now. Where are we headed? Now, also, something that I learned from Naveen is Naveen said, the second thing, if you're taking notes, Naveen said, don't try to solve it all up front. And he referred to some problems that they're having, or not problems that they're having, but people are like, once you get to the moon, and you mine all the rock, like, how are you going to get it all, how are you going to get it all back? And then what are you going to do with it? And he's like, hey, look, I'll cross that bridge when I get to it. And I think you and I have this problem all the time. I think you and I have these ideas. I think you and I think, okay, I am going to make an impact on this planet. I think you and I think, okay, great, check it out. Here's what I'm going to do, and here's how I'm going to do, and it's going to be a great idea, right? And then you think, well, but if I do that, then what about, and if and then what if this comes? And so on and so forth. And we start to talk ourselves out of an idea, what might be a great idea. We start to talk ourselves out of it before we've even started to take action towards trying to make it happen. So I'm here to tell you this morning, don't do that anymore. Don't try to solve it all up front. You're never going to solve every problem ahead of time. Any great idea, any innovative idea, anybody that's ever changed the planet, they've had problems along the way, and you just cross that bridge when you get there. Take action on these ideas. God's putting them on their heart. God's giving them to you for a reason. Take action. That's kind of what we've been doing with Rise and Grind gear, man. People were like, I want Rise and Grind gear. I'm like, okay, I got to get people some Rise and Grind gear. And my wife's like, well, how do we do this? And how do we do that? And I'm like, I don't know. I don't know how we do it. All I know is that people have a product something that they need. So let's create a logo that shows everything we believe in. We believe in rising, we believe in grinding, and we believe in God. So we put the Rise and Grind cost, we put it together. I get together with a local company. We start printing up some stuff. We find a little website. We put it up. We take some pictures, some little amateur hour pictures. We take the picture. I shouldn't say that. Kelsey Malacote's a pro, but it was just a quick little session. We take some pictures, we post them up, and we start selling gear, right? And then we figure stuff out as we go along. One we sold some gear that we didn't have that size, so we had to fix that and make that right. And then we had to figure out exactly how we're going to get the shipping, so on and so forth. And now that it's getting bigger and larger, and people are starting to post pictures of themselves wearing Rise and Grind gear, looking good. Now we're having to cross new bridges, but that's okay. That's okay, because we're learning and we're growing, and it's awesome. We don't have to solve every little problem along the way. We'll cross those bridges when we get there. Now, the third thing I learned from Naveen is he said you have to be a part or create or cause a movement, something people want to join. You want to create something that draws passion out of people. You want to be a part of something that draws passion out of people, and I think that's something we've done. Obviously, we've clearly done that in this group, right? We clearly throw me a like, throw me a heart, throw me something. If you feel like we've clearly done that with this group. Okay, we have created a movement, a bunch of elite members of a group that choose to rise and grind, that is currently making an impact on this planet. That's what we've created right here. And that's why so many people are so passionate about it. That's why that post that I was talking about, on that post, you had all these different people that said Rise and Grind is affecting their lives in all these different ways. We're creating a movement, folks. It's similar to what we've done at Dan Cummins Chevrolet and Buick over the last 7 years. We were able to go from 120 cars to 850 cars, but because we created, we're not just trying to sell cars. We created a culture where we're trying to eradicate the negative stigmas associated with the car business. We're creating a movement. We're a part of something, and all of our employees want to be a part of it, and I want to be a part of it. And when you're a part of something bigger than yourself, that's when life has purpose. That's when life's on mission. That's when we start to feel good. That's when we start to rise and we start to grind. Make sense? Make sure you're a part of or creating a movement that people want to join. And then here was one of the most powerful things I learned from Naveen. This right here was awesome. Naveen said, you have to learn to love learning. Learn to love learning. And then he made it a point. He made an even stronger point. He said, Naveen said, listen, by the time you learn something in today's day and age, it's already obsolete. Who feels that way? I know I feel that way. Golly, I finally start to figure out Facebook, and now everybody's moving over to Instagram. I used to be on Periscope. I was figuring out Periscope. By the time I got Periscope figured out, then Facebook came out with Facebook Live. It's like, holy smokes, dude. Holy smokes. And so what Naveen was saying is, you have to learn to love learning. Learn to love learning. Just make it a part of your MO for the rest of your life. You're going to have to continue to learn. If you want to continue to thrive, if you want to continue to be successful, you have to continue to learn a little bit more every single day. Learn a little bit more every single day. Okay, so for those of you guys that just jumped in, you're going to have to go back and watch this. You're going to have to go back and watch this because we're learning a bunch. We're learning a bunch today. We're learning to go where the ball is supposed to be instead of where it's at right now. We're learning not to try to solve all our problems up front. We'll cross some of these bridges when we get there. And we're learning that it's so important to be a part of or create a group that is causing movement that people want to join. And we've learned that we have to love to learn. We have to love to learn. Now, something else I learned from Mr. Naveen this last 5 days that was awesome, and I had never really thought about this way, but he taught me that once you become good at something, you can no longer make massive change. Once you become really good at something, you can no longer make massive change. And what he was referring to in this is example, Dan Cummins. We'll use Dan Cummins real quick as an example. Okay, we've gotten really good. We went from 120 cars to 300 cars to 500 cars to 700 cars to 850 cars. We went from 120 to 850. And now that we've made this massive move, 600%, right? 600% increase in sales. Well, now to make a 600% increase in sales, we would have to go from 850 cars to, I can't even do that kind of math right now, right? A 650% increase in sales would be, we'd be tens of thousands. Tens and tens and tens of thousands a month, right? But we can make small tweaks now. We can make small changes, but we can't make these massive changes. Just like, when you first get on a bike, you don't know how to ride that sucker. You can't do anything with it. But as you learn, you start to make this massive change, and you go from I can't ride the bike to now I can ride the bike. Now, once you can ride the bike, then maybe you can go from riding the bike to starting to pop some wheelies and some things like that. But you're never going to experience the massive change that you experience from I can't ride to now I can ride. All you can do is start tweaking the ride. So knowing that once you become good at something, you can no longer make massive change, and understanding that massive change is what fuels the soul. Massive change is what keeps you going. Massive change is one of the most incredible gifts that God gave us, is this ability for massive change. Once you understand that, then you understand that you must keep pushing. You must keep finding out new things. You must keep learning. You must keep growing every single day. You have to, in order to fuel this fire, in order to massively change your life, you have to do something new. You cannot massively change your life doing the same thing you did yesterday. You can't. It's impossible. Powerful, powerful stuff I learned from Naveen this last week. Just powerful. Powerful stuff. Now, the last thing that I learned from Naveen, the last thing, and probably was one of the most powerful for me, considering what we're doing here with the Rise and Grind. Naveen was talking about how you have to find the root cause of a problem. Okay? Whenever you have a big problem, like he's looking at big problems like disease, and he believes that the root cause of all disease is the mind-gut continuum. And again, it's a theory. I don't know. You can look it up. There's a mind-gut theory, so on and so forth. But he believes the root cause, if you can solve the root cause, then you can solve all the problems, right? So finding the root cause makes everything else easier. I believe, firmly, that a lot of the problems in our country right now can be solved if we can just help change the way people start their day. I really believe it. I really believe that right now, the way most Americans currently start their day, the way they go to bed the night before without anything to look forward to, no hope, the way they wake up at the last second, rush off to work, fill themselves with their coffee and their negativity first thing in the morning, as they drudge through work all day long, just trying to stay awake on their caffeine. I feel like we could change. We could change crime rates. We could change, the shootings. We could change what people's feeds look like. I believe that we could change it if we can just chart. I believe the root cause of the problem is the way people start every single day. I really believe that. I really believe that. And that's why I am so thankful for you. I am so thankful for this elite group of individuals. You guys, this elite group of individuals who are choosing to rise and grind. I am so thankful for you because you are this human being made by God uniquely in your image to specifically be you. And the things that you are doing, the posts that you are making, this group that you are a part of is making an impact on the people around you. It's making an impact on your coworkers. It's making an impact on your family members. It's making an impact on your soul, and it's making an impact on this planet. I believe that the Rise and Grind show, if we can get this, I will be here Monday through Friday to hold people accountable. I'm not just going to tell people you should get up early in the morning. I'm not just going to say, hey, you should get up and write down your gratitude and write down your goals and life will be better. No, I'm going to join you every day. I'm going to challenge you every day. I am going to push you every single day, Monday through Friday. I need you to rise and grind, because if you change the way you start your day, it will change your life. Do you understand me? Do you hear me? I will preach it this morning because it's truth, because it's fact. How we start our day, giving ourselves hope for tomorrow, and how we start our day, we can literally change this planet. So please do me a favor before you forget. Share this today. Share this today. Invite people to the group. Get your gear. Wear it. Let's spread this. Be a part of the movement. Be a part of the movement that is Rise and Grind. I need you guys to have a phenomenal day today. Thank you for getting me jacked up today. I love you. God loves you. Let me break that down. God loves you. We have some friends in here, the Whalens. The Whalens have a 2.5-year-old. Their 2.5-year-old has a congenital heart disease. They're a part of the group. We've all seen her in here. It's a really cute little girl. And they've got another appointment today, and Miss Whalen is very, very nervous about it. She posted about it in the group. So will you guys do me a favor? Can we take this group, this incredible group of people, these elite individuals uniquely made by God, can we all come together in prayer? And can we just pray for the Whalens? I don't ever do this. I can speak publicly all the time, but I can't pray publicly, but it's just on my heart to do it. So let's just do it right now. Father in heaven, hallowed be thy name. Your kingdom come, Lord. Your will be done on earth as it is in heaven. Lord, it says in the Bible that when 2 or more men come together in your name, that you are present. And this morning, God, I just ask that you join us in prayer. As we think about our friends, the Whalens, they have a little 2.5-year-old girl who's had a lot of heart problems, Lord, and it's caused a rift. It's caused them to sometimes question life and question you, God. And Lord, I just ask that you touch them today. Let us be your hands and feet, God. Let us touch them. Help us to lift them up, God. As they have their appointment today, Lord, I just hope that you touch this little girl. And I don't know the circumstances. I don't know why you've chose to allow her to live this life. I don't know, and I don't understand, and I don't claim to understand, Lord. But if you could just make it as easy as possible on the Whalens, Lord. If you can heal her, heal her. If you can't heal her, help them to understand, God. Help them to understand and keep their eyes locked on you. Keep their spirits locked on you. Lord, I ask these things in Jesus' name, I pray. Amen. All right, guys. You have an incredible, incredible day today. I love you. I stinking love you. And I love the rise and grind. See ya.